Hi, you guys. Woohoo! Finally, it's showtime, right? Um, wow, 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 wow is all I could say. Welcome in my WCIA network family. I have been working my butt off over here. If you haven't subscribed, please do on your way in. Yay! And thumbs up. Happy, what is today? Wednesday? What's today? Yes, it's Wednesday, August 2nd. What I've been doing in the last few days since I haven't been on is I did complete documentary number 1, which is the beginning of my series. I am not going to be showing it here yet. It's being reviewed and then I will bring it on in. Hi. Bro. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Muffin Top. First one on the top of this chart. My amazing mod. G.H. White. Hi. Vanessa. Colleen. Kathy. Did you say Shania? Shania? Murphy. Hi. Welcome. And yeah, thumbs up. Everything I do and say, this is this is going to be very intense. This live today is a real important one for you guys to watch. I may have to break it into 2 parts depending on how much I get through before 6. So it's a lot to go through, and it's a lot of information that I have to say. That's why I have my Ricolas in my mouth, so my throat doesn't get sore. Today I'm going to be going back to the beginning because I think that it is time. It's time for me to gather all the information as I put this documentary together. So what I'm going to be doing here is my first PDF. This PDF that I am going to be going over will be part of my documentary, right? I've pulled together the first part, which explains who I am. It shows my office where I sit. It shows how I get my information, how I go and I read. It's almost like I use these as tarot cards. I came up with that. I've never even said that before. How I have incredible information and insight into particular creators, and I grab snippets. I grab images. Now I always say that the images have nothing to do with them. It says nothing to do with Benny. I don't know who Benny is. There's hundreds of Bennys. They're all deep fake faces. They're all different people. I don't give a shit about them. What I do care about is the story in front of you. So you may be looking at this photo. I read it like a tarot card. It speaks to me. It gives me information in order to give the children justice. Hi, Cammie. Hi, Marie. I've gotten tons of emails. I'm going to go over them tonight so I don't miss any important information. I do see really cool stuff being sent. I'm shuffling my cards as I sit here. So I will be going over those, I promise. So this is how I do it. And that's what, I think it's like 28 minutes. It shows and explains basically who I am. And it shows and explains the story from the beginning of Sacrifice to why they're being sacrificed, and where they're going to be sacrificed, what happens to them, and what they're turned into, and all the pain that they go through. And that's my first part. Today I have my PDF, like I said, that I'm going to be going over with you guys live, which will become part of the documentary. This is a box. Don't look at Benny's face. This is a box. This box, I've been talking about a box like this since 2021. Right? The victims that are touched by this group, which this group I'm talking about, horrific sacrifices, each victim has their own box. And however they want to show it is up to them. Because the victims are presented through deepfakes and through these YouTube channels as little caricatures, whatever you want to call them. This is how it's presented. The element that you see here is the maroon box that is touched upon the face. The maroon box that is against the face is the part of the box that is a major element. It's a big part of my presentation today. Summer Moon Wells. This whole entire documentary and my channel, WCIA Network, is here for her and all the children that we call Summer Moon Wells missing children. This child was brought into my life to show me my purpose, to show me the way to help them bring their justice forward. This child depends on my voice because it's their voice that needs to be heard. Summer Moon Wells takes on many, many, many children's faces. The face that you see within her face is only one of hundreds of children. It's the way that they present their story in the deep fake. They hide the children within the chosen child. Summer Moon Wells is a chosen child. Summer Moon Wells is who I'm dedicating all of my information, my documentary, who I am today, is all because of her. It was a team effort between me, her, and my WCIA Network family. I found this channel to be more than I ever thought it would be. This channel gives me the platform to speak. It gives me the platform to feel free with the gifts that I'm always so uncomfortable with. I'm able to channel these children in a safe environment for myself without feeling unworthy about it or feeling odd. For those that really have a gift of channeling, a gift of clairvoyance, and have chosen to use it in this lifetime, know what I'm talking about. It's a very uncomfortable conversation to have with others, and it's a very uncomfortable conversation for me to have. At my age, in my later 50s, I have first found that vehicle. And that's because of the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. I've listened. I've really listened. And it only makes sense that that's what it is. The information that I'm going to be putting forth from this day on is going to be compartmentalized. Like, it's going to be chunks of who I am, what we're doing, who you guys are, how important you guys are to me, how important it is for me to have your support. I cannot do this without you. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened. But I'm not just saying that to say it. I'm not just saying it because I feel like I'm supposed to. I am saying that because it's the truth. I cannot do this without my WCIA Network family. There's something here on this channel that gives me the platform to do this. I've done other things in my life with these gifts. I've worked on pregnancies. I've worked in hospice, helping people die, raising them into the light. I've worked on headache patients. I've worked many different vehicles with it. But this is something I have been ignoring up until now. So those who don't know, this is Summer Moon Wells. The Summer Moon Wells that we know. There are hundreds of Summer Moon Wells missing children. This is the Summer Moon Wells that we all know. This is her. And Summer Moon Wells started right in the beginning at the carnival. You all remember the carnival days. In the beginning of Summer Moon Wells Missing Children, the first TikTok and bunch of information that was fed to us was the carnival. Now understand, I know that the information that was put out was done in sequence for the good of the people that are sacrificing. Now, understand also that everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. There's nothing here that has been proven true, nothing here that has been proven false, nothing. This is how I see it. This is what I see as the truth. Does it mean it is? No. This is entertainment, educational purposes only. Day number 1, we were all shown the carnival. The carnival is where I began looking into these photos and seeing things that I know no one else saw but me. Because when I look back now, I don't see them the same way. I don't see them the same way. The reason that in the beginning, I went back to all my videos, right? My videos are filled with information that was needed to get to today. I looked at photos like this and I saw, let me point out what I saw. You guys will remember. Saw these faces. I saw the people lined up in a very strange way. It talked to me. What it was doing, it was telling me the Summer Moon Wells missing children story. It was showing me how they get lined up. It's showing me that they all have a critter. They all have one of those little faces that represent them. Like, it showed me information that was needed. What it also showed, and has nothing to do with this guy, let me turn it, was that scuba divers and going under the water is a ginormous part of their story. This has nothing to do with this guy, you guys. I don't know anything about this company. This was stuck in the very, very last half a millisecond of the carnival video. It was like stuck in there where you couldn't see it unless you did what I do. It's like I hold my cursor all the way to the side. And when I first saw this photo, I'm like, they're scuba divers, you guys, they're scuba divers. And it kept growing. Like, the information that I had to see kept growing. And this is what I did in the beginning. I took these little bits and pieces of information that, to me, Spirit was trying to tell me. This is in the corner of the very last second of this video. This is significant. Now, I saw that 2 years ago. When I said that 2 years ago, who is this? Who's JH? I don't know who this is, but this is the person that was at the end of the carnival photo. This guy. So, that's him. Who's JH? Who's Jason Hopkins? Well, this is under the bridge. This is under the bridge, carnival in Tennessee. And I went back, and the information that's told to me then it's true today. Let me look up his name. Let's see. No, I don't know who that is. So, okay, I'm going to close out the text so I don't get the chat I closed out. So I went back, you guys. I went back to the days where I would show things like this. I showed information, and I said, these children, this was 2 years ago, are underground. They're in cages. This is telling me. They have masks on. This is underground, and it's by the Appalachian Fairground. They are being traveled by the carnival people. They are being placed in trucks, I said. The trucks would pick them up, and they were in these trucks, and they were being taken because they were in the trucks with the rides. I still believe and hear that to be the truth. The carnival back at Summer Wells, Don Laughs at Summer, has a part and a place in my storyboard. I showed pictures like this. I said, this is their face. This is what they do to them. Today, standing here today after 650 videos, I know that all of these elements, this box, this pan, this stick, this is Kylie. This is the buggy. This is Kylie Rodney. This is the A. I know that this is to be true. And nobody could tell me differently. Again, nothing's been proven. My elements are all here. They are all within this photo. All of this becomes part of the story. These children touch the water. They're in the water. The fishermen have a part of their bodies. They take part in these sacrifices. This is the fisherman, and the chain that I would show, I'd say, you guys, look at the chain. The chains have the letters of the children that are being sacrificed. The chains all match. Line them up. They're cookie cutters. It winds up saying summer. There is no difference between his chain and Summer's chain. I go back to the beginning for the information and the photos. You got to go back to the original videos, not the videos that have been tampered with and touched with and changed. That's Kylie Rodney, you guys. Kylie Rodney is in the same space and has been sacrificed for the same purpose as the Summer Moon Wells missing children. Kylie Rodney has been sacrificed. There are many Kylie Rodneys. There is not just one here. There's a baby, and there's someone else with her. She's not alone. And I want to say she's not alone, damn it. She's angry. Kylie's very, very, very angry. She's angry because there's someone with her that no one knows went with her, and she wants them to get justice. Her friends did not do what they were supposed to do. They promised Kylie certain things. They didn't do it. So I'm to tell you, kids, You may think no one knows that you didn't follow through on whatever you're supposed to follow through on. She knows. She knows. You're not fooling anyone. At the end of the day, you're not going to see Kylie. She crossed over. You won't be by her, nor will you be with Summer Moon Wells. Summer Moon has that same chain of information across the bottom of her stomach. This is the first video that was released. This information, a photo like this, comes from the original video. You want to know who has the original? Tiffany Marie had all the originals. Tiffany Marie's channel all of a sudden had to go bye-bye. And all of those videos you can't get, but guess what? I have the photos from her videos. This is Tiffany Marie's video. Is that anything to do with Tiffany Marie? No. But that's when she had 230 subscribers. Only 230 subscribers. That's it. But she was right there with Molly Golightly. Molly Golightly brought her in, and all of a sudden, Tiffany Marie has all of the first videos. And then they were shifted. And then the information changed. It changed. I don't know why, but it did. All of a sudden, the information looked different. The deep fakes changed. But what I see, all I need and all I see is what the spirits want me to see. It's what the spirits want me to see. It doesn't do anything more than that over here. Nothing more than that. It gave me the information that I needed to speak for the children. That's what it did. That is when Tiffany Marie started. There's a reason those channels are gone. It's not that they got kicked off, it's that the videos needed to disappear. These chains are the story of the children. This is what you guys are not going to see in videos anymore. They've been taken down. But I already have the story. I already have the story. The story's been told. They go on the boat. They're in the water. They're sacrificed. They're fed to the fish. They're fed to the pigs. They're fed to the animals. So all of you could have wonderful graining season, farming season. Just like Dylan Rounds wanted, but something went wrong. Something went wrong with his seed. His seed is nothing more than the children. His seed is nothing more than what becomes of the children. Something went wrong. He needed to disappear. He fucked up. he didn't realize the people he was dealing with. He was dealing with people that were far, far more cruel than he ever imagined them to be. This is like what goes on the boat. And this is what becomes of them. So when I see this information and I see what's on Summer, I see the carnival, I see the water, I see divers, I see many, 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 many things that happen before this is what they become. It's a process. Kiely Rodni and the Watts kids are the same. They all have the same information that tells the story over and over. To the right is the Watts. That's the Watts family. That is what is on the belly of the fake person walking into the Watts house the day before she was told that she was missing. It's not the mother. It's the sacrifices. The sacrifices are being brought back to the house in boxes. It's their box. It's the sacrifice is in process. It's in process. The sacrifice was already done, and then he had to go bury them. There is no difference between the stories. There is no difference between the elements that are told throughout all of the channels that I watch and the elements that become Summer Moon Wells. Summer Moon Wells, the pieces of her tell the story. The pieces of her, and they just didn't see me coming because they're cookie cutters. They're cookie cutters. You could cookie cut this particular information and call it a day. This here, let me turn it. That's Summer Moon Wells, you guys, in her car. Right? This here is also Summer Moon Wells in her car. They're telling the story. There is no difference between this and that. I have a complete video. They are fed to the fish. They touch the water. They go through a process. And they are milking it and telling the story of all of these missing children. They're all the same. It's come down to all the same channels that are telling me the story. Notice the fisherman. It's always the same. I only follow one fisherman. The fisherman, what he has in his hand is the white mesh. The white mesh is a major element. And the white mesh is always covered in hearts. And this one happens to have a smiley face in the middle. Now, no fisherman is pulling in a white mesh covered in hearts with a smiley face in the middle. No one. Thank you guys for those ones. These smiley faces are telling the story. Kiely Rodni, in the videos that I got from the beginning that were on the channels that I follow, had that same thing on her face. That's not her face, you guys. That's a mask, a smiley face mask. Those are made of cement. Those are made of cement. They're heavy. This is the story. This is the story of what's happening. Look. There's your mesh. Here it is, you guys. This is sacrifice. This is sacrifice. This is all it is. They're not throwing that in the water. Summer Moon Wells knows it is. Summer Moon Wells was touched by this mesh. This mesh is what carries the head. This is right here, what you see in front of you. It's the equipment. This is part of the sacrifice. There's nothing more here than a fucking sacrifice. That's what you see here. That is what you see here. See this? Connected to the cooler. See that cooler? How many times have I showed those coolers? You guys? Look it. Really look and think and look at these photos and understand there is a massive story that is being told. I am telling you the story that's being told to me. I am telling you it. They have a wonderful system going on. They have some fucking technical shit that covers what they don't want us to see, but it's being shown to someone, and it's pretty sick. It's not about who is doing this in my videos. It's about the story behind it. It's about the story that lies beneath the image. It's about this. This is in the water. And as sick as as sick as this is, it is what the children go through. These are heads. These are heads. And I picked this stuff up over a year ago. What you see here, let me brighten it up. a sacrifice. That's a head. Maybe two. It's coming out of the same holder as I showed you Aaron Carter was in, Molly Golightly was in. Look at what's around the neck. It goes around the neck. I have shown this to you guys before in the fake cars. The fake cars are nothing more than this. Look, it goes around the neck. These are heads. Heads. That is what Aaron Carter looked like. Aaron Carter. Let's see if I can grab one of those. Aaron Picks. Let me see if it's in here. Aaron Picks. So Aaron Carter, let me see if it's in here. This is Aaron Carter. Well, that's Benny in the fake car. Aaron Carter, is it in here? Looked like this. That's his head. All the same shit is on him, but I have a better photo. Aaron Carter was a mess. That's the equipment. See his hands? What you see going on here is the same thing that's going on in the water. It's the same concept. That's what's on his hands. There's no difference. Look at the markings. Those aren't the markings that he has on his neck. Look at the bathroom. That's a toilet filled with what, blood? All of the hands on his face. All of the hands with the heart. There's no difference. There it is. This is what I'm looking for. This here is this. It's the same thing. Same thing. And here, those things are white. And here, they're red. But that's Aaron Carter. That. Just like this is somebody else. This is what happened to him as well. It all matches. All of it. They tell their stories with the little cages. The cages hold the elements. The cages hold those little snowballs, which are called snowballs. The snowballs are nothing more than the remnants of the sacrifice, which I call the head. This is the travel. Those are the number 5 boxes. Right to your left. And this is what they look like traveling in and out of the water. The person to your right is carrying the remnants of a sacrifice coming off the boat. Coming off the boat is what this looks like. I am showing you detailed information. You see that? Smiley face and all this shit, the black face This person holding the box, it's not fake. This is real shit that they're showing. And this is Summer Moon Wells missing children. I hear the story loud and clear. Look at the black face. You see that all the time. You see this all the time in my stories. Summer has been working overtime. That used to be green face. It's now black. Because it went through sacrifice. It went through a sacrifice. Down here represent 3 people. There are 3 people here. And there's your green face on top. This, I'm gonna put this into pieces. Wait, so you guys could see it, because it's very, very important. So here's the top piece. Which is the top piece there. There's the face with the V. Here are the 2 other people. The top piece. That's a skeleton with another person. And then what's on the bottom and then you've got the box. You guys see these? That's what's on the bottom. So that's, you've seen this. It's a head all wrapped. It's wrapped just like I showed you they get wrapped. Let me see. It's like that. So here's one. Here's the others. Remember I tell you there's 3. 1. Here's one. The smiley face. Here's one. There's 2 heads here. Right here. 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 And then there's the green face with the doggy on top, or whatever the fuck they do. Then she's holding the box. This here is exactly what was being carried into the Watts house. This is what was being carried into the Watts home. The person that went to the house that night was carrying this shit. Was carrying all this shit. Oh, justice coming soon. Thank you. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. Love it. Watts. Let's see. I don't look deep. I just look quickly. This is what they were carrying. Let me see if I have a photo that will pop up fast. They usually don't pop up fast, no. But it's the same thing. That's what was going in the house. And he knows it. The husband, he knows it, Chris Watts. She's just this girl here is just part of the process. She's not throwing just a regular old freaking net in the water. She is part of the process. This information comes all from the same people. Look. Yeah. Same people. This is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story. No matter how you want to slice and dice it, this is the goddamn document. I keep saying document. Documentary, this is what it is. And to those that are using these images to tell the story of the children, thank you. Thank you for using images that I could read. Thank you for using images that I could look at and tell you the story behind this net. Don't ask me how I'm doing it. I see it. It's a child. And seriously, you just don't understand. There are more people like me that see this. Many more. I'm not the only one. You might as well put that whatever with the blue little cover right here. It's all the same. Summer Moon Wells. This is like the blue dot that goes on all the kids' heads of the milk jug. You're sacrificing the children. They're not just gone, and the families and everyone, whoever knows it, you're making a lot of money. A lot of these victims are going through horrific stories, things that you can't even come up with in your brain unless you see it shown to me. I don't like seeing it. This is the plaster. This is part of the story. It's absolutely disgusting. And these buckets and these organs and these heads, whatever you're doing with these body parts, might be traveling, going all over the place, but it's all the same story. It's not as complicated as you all are trying to make it. It is not that complicated. This is what you're doing. It's right there. That isn't a box of, what is it, to make cement? No. It's not. This is what you're doing. The children are telling their story loud and clear. the horrific sacrifice that these kids go through. Unfortunately, those who want to watch it and see it are going to watch it and see it in my documentary. This is what it is. There's your smiley face that is cement. Those are the smiley faces that wind up on the victims. They wind up in the mesh. They wind up in the water. This is the same thing. They travel. And it's no coincidence. This is the story. The children have shown me elements that I follow. I don't follow all of the other shit that's going on around it that is complete noise. I follow the elements I'm told to follow, and it worked. Those cement faces are the same thing as what Kiely Rodni had on her. These are all the same. That's what I follow. So it goes from the person to the sacrificing, to the water, to the land, to the pigs, anywhere that you guys think is going to be good for the resurrection. Doesn't matter, because you're not going to see them anyways. Don's not going to see his daughter. There are 3 people there. His daughter's not alone. Kiely's not alone. There are other people in these photos with Summer. She has never been alone. 1, 2, 3 that we see. Kiely has never been by herself. Kiely is with other spirits. It goes back, all the way back to these dudes. This is part of the equipment that I have shown before. And I'm bringing it back to show you how the people stay the same. The story stays the same. Heads on platters stay the same. The equipment stays the same. The chain stays the same. All of the information from all the drawings on his shirt, to the chain in his arms. Sure looks to me, doesn't that look like Andrew Hilt? Let me tell you something. This is the same information and story as Summer Moon Wells. These are the keys to the castle. There are keys, there are rooms, there are boxes that they keep as trophies. They visit it, they pray to it, and they're locked up. They're all locked up. You can't get into them unless you've got the keys. You got to be a key master. You have to be one of the key masters. And those key masters get to go in and do shit like this. This is what they do. This here is somewhere out of the country. This is the plaster part of the process. And this is just like, there's no difference. So this here, what you see going in the plaster, is no different than what you see here. These travel. This is that, no different. You see what I'm saying? These things are being touched by others. They are called sacrifices that are shared with a group that helps process all of this. It's gruesome. They don't know where their children are. They don't know where their kids are. That could be their kid. The smiley face. That's the same thing as that. Let me brighten up the one to the right for you. Because what's in there is the smiley face head. Let me show you. Right. Take the other one to the right and change the color. Ooh, way better. So this one to the right, or this one, I changed the color a little bit. Those are heads in there. They're not fish. Let me get the other one. This one. These are all the same. See the number 5 in the mouth? See? It's a human. That's a human face with the 5. The 5's always there. Especially when you get to this part of the process. Doesn't go away. Everyone has their own box. Right? So this here is a head with a face with the number 5. And it's exactly what is going on in all of these photos. All I'm showing you is the process that's been shown to me, right? That's what's going in the buckets. That head is connected to what I'm showing you here. This to the right is the body. That's the equipment it's attached to, right there. That's the equipment. The equipment holds it. This equipment, let's see if my presentation has it in here actually. That equipment represents this. This here is what's in the drawings that I show you. This is what's in the drawings. Whoops. So let me turn it. Return it. Okay. This here, so these drawings go all the way back to Robert Vaughn, years and years ago, right? Robert Vaughn drew this process that they go through. So this here matches the process of what I have in the drawings. That is this. And these were drawn years ago. They wind up somewhere in the earth. Okay? And this is what it looks like in the Adventures of Purpose shows it. They wind up in the earth. Like that, and then they show photos. But this is the same thing. It's mimicking the drawings, you guys. Those things are what I show you in the videos that I follow. Those are these. And this comes from the families that I follow. It's the same thing. These are the same thing. It's all the same. It's all the same. So this here that you see in these guys' videos, all it's doing is repeating the story. And when now that I have the elements and I have like a drawing board, they don't go outside the drawing board, you guys. They stay the same. They don't change things. It doesn't shift. Look at the little smiley face they make. They're making these little smiley faces. It's in the cement. It's in there. Let me blow it up. These are see? That's all it is. They're humans. They're humans. This is the this is really important for me to show you. This is part of the fisherman's boat, and knowing that the boats and the divers in the water have much to do with this process. I showed this over a year ago. This part is important to show again because I went back to the beginning. I went back to Tim Mullins. I went back to his videos, and I went back to the tower that is in Tennessee. I think it's Rogersville. And I've kept this photo of the person that looks like he has that same kind of a cement face. And that was the first time I saw that face, right? Now that we're, God, over 2 years in, when I go back to the beginning to those elements that I kept, that speaks. That WK must mean something. This was in Tim Mullins' video that I have of the bread making with Robin Lane. Robin Lane did a video of bread making. And that was in for Summer Moon Wells, right? They were doing it in the town. Tim Mullins said he met Robin Lane for the first time at the bread making. Well, this is him doing a video. And this is in the tower. It's got to play a massive part in that WK. I don't know names. That is for others to figure out, that is in law enforcement, the LE. But my elements and my little spirit guides tell me that these are the same. They're the same people. It's the same story. And I would venture to say that there's a tunnel over by this tower. It's either the tunnel by the tower, what I just saw in my third eye, were railroad tracks. So I'm thinking they use the railroad tracks in this area as a vehicle for transportation. So, oh, you're so cute. Rumple Long here, you're so cute. You're sticking up for the channel. I do thank you very much. We only like people here that are my WCAA network family. And I don't appreciate, I'm not saying, I don't know who, just wouldn't put this out there right now. I have many people that watch out for me and take care of me here. And I have many subscribers and members that send me screenshots of information. And one thing that is not allowed, even if you don't do it here, if you are not a nice person and you take part in another channel's discussion of me, because it goes on all the time, and you do something like that, just please don't. That's all. And I don't know any more than that, but everyone is welcome here. You're all welcome here until you're not welcome here. I think that my channel's a listening, and it's a learning process. And I actually could, believe it or not, understand why maybe months ago, a year ago or something, when I first started to find it funny. That's okay. I probably would find someone like me funny. But I get it. But if you do start to recognize what's going on here and you understand it, the best thing that you could do here for the summer moon Wiles Missing Children and for myself is to spread the light by acknowledging what you see here as something you understand. That's all. It's so simple, and sometimes it takes someone longer than others. So you have to give that person the benefit of the doubt, you know, because some people it just takes longer, and that's okay. That's okay. They come around, and when they come around, everyone's welcome here. So sometimes it just takes a little longer for someone to see it, because it's once you see it, it's not a fun thing to see. It hurts. And I could see where your body and your mind protect you from seeing it. And I understand that. I do. I do. So everyone is welcome here unless you do something in my chat, you know. And that's it. But people, I do want people to come here that didn't understand it before and try to see it and realize what this world is doing to our children. And our children are being sacrificed. Our children are being sacrificed. And they didn't sign up for that, and God didn't put them on this face of this earth for someone to take them, cut them into pieces, and sacrifice them. Lori Vallow, when she told her speech a couple days ago, you really need to listen to what she said. They are busy doing their things, and she recognized that there are adults there. She said something very, very powerful to my story here. That green face, that demon face, according to Arbania, is there to rip out the child so they become the adults. So Lori Vallow gave me a confirmation, a validation of what's going on. She didn't even fucking realize she said it. She said it in a way that if you really know and you're listening, she gave validation to what's going on my channel. She gave real validation. There are adults over there, and they're busy. That's what she did. Listen to it, you guys. She really validated. This is the boat. This is what's on the boat as part of the transportation. This transportation, this is critical to look at. It's just critical to look at. This here and this here look a lot alike, right? See the chair to the right? Look at the chair to the right, and look, the chair to the right comes from the Idaho 4. The chair to the left is the same chair, but that comes from the Kiely Rodni case. That comes from Kiely Rodni's video. This here all matches what is on the boat. All of this matches the boat. To the left, Idaho 4. In the middle is Kiely Rodni. This is the boat. You guys, this chair thing is on the boat videos. It's in the boat videos. This is no different. Wait, here we go. What you're seeing there is the same as what Kiely Rodni's sitting in. These tell the same story. This here just happens to be on the boat. This here is telling the same story of the kids in the boxes. I never understood this until now. Why? Because I went back to the beginning photos from the Tiffany Marie videos. This here is Candace Bly's doll collection. Candace Bly's doll collection is showing what happens to the kids that are being sacrificed. She is showing you guys what happens. It's right here. They're hanging from the same metal as I have been showing since the beginning. They're hanging from the machine. They're in this box. This is the box with the maroon frame. This is the box with the maroon frame that winds up being maneuvered onto the boat. It travels. Here, she's just telling the story. This here is the victim inside the box. This box. And what she's showing over on the other side is how they showed Ethan in the Idaho 4 hanging from a boat. Because on this side here, is Ethan Chapman. You look closely at these dolls, you guys. This is from the beginning. The beginning videos, which the creators no longer have up because they started new channels, had the truth to be told to me. Those are the videos that tell the story. Those are the videos that I use because the children need them to tell the true story. So I get the images for you guys. This here is what Ethan Chapman was shown on. That's Ethan. This was on his phone, laying on the couch. For the 100th fucking time, this is Ethan from the Idaho 4. And no one gives a shit to look at it. This here tells the story. She has always told the story. Inside all of her videos, from the beginning, has her daughter's story. From the beginning, Candace Bly told her daughter's story. All right here with her collection of dolls. Look at, she even has a smiley face in here. Look. There's the smiley face on the bottom. There's the 5. This is her daughter's story. I venture to say that all of this that you're going to see here, all of these critters that are going to show up, now that I turned it upside down, look at this. All these critters I bet are on her cage, like they're the cage I have. See? This is the story of Summer Moon Wells. It's all in here. I see it. Candace, all I know is Candace knows the story. She knows the story, and that's what I know. It's what I know. And she's not going to tell it. This is the story of Summer Moon Wells. This is a true room. You're looking at an image that completely captures a room that I see within my third eye. I don't know what child this is, but I try to cut the face off a little bit. But these rooms, you guys, hold the truth. And I just keep getting them from the same, over and over and over, the same channels. Same channels. This is the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. That's a child. It's not a fake child. It's a real child in a real situation. In a real situation. This child is in a real situation. Look at the table. Look at the blood. Look at the box. Look at the head. Look at the bars. Look at the plastic. This is it. This is a real room. In a real location. This, sorry you guys, but this is where I'm going to stop and pick up as part 2. I'm going to try to get back on later tonight. This is where I'm going to stop because this is a good spot to stop, with the fisherman showing the bodies above him and all of the information that is going to show on his eye. It includes the L. It includes the critters. It's many bits of pieces of information that I don't want to fly through because we still have 103 pages to go. 103 pages to go. This photo is going to lead us into part 2, which I will I plan on going on tonight, but I don't want to put a time up yet. I want to show you this photo. Okay, let me brighten it. Can't brighten it too much because it loses it. But look here. These are the bodies. See the V's? Those are the bodies. Those are bodies. And the second part of this presentation is important, and I can't fly through it because it's loaded with information. Let me see if I can brighten it a little bit. I'm going to brighten it where you could see the bodies better. There. See the V's on them? See the L in the glasses and the information in the eye. This part of the presentation will be next. I don't want to rush through it. Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. They're going to be made into a huge documentary. And there's nothing anyone could do to stop it. I love you all. You are my backbone. And yeah. I love you. God bless you all. I'm going to come back later tonight. I will be putting up a part 2. I'll put a time on, but make sure you get alerted to see if I change it, okay? And I'm going to think about if I'm going to play you my first part of the documentary. It's really freaking amazing. This is going to be part of it. These pieces of information here are going to be part of the true documentary, you guys. I will try to come on later tonight to finish the 103 pages. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, Muffin Top, like usual. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye bye.